This is what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da.
Yo, what up, though, people? I'd like to welcome you back to the Keep It a C-Note podcast. As always, I am your boy Brown. To the left of me, we got
Vito.
Vito. What up, though? What it look like?
Oh, man, same shit.
You don't look like you excited for football season, man. You all right?
Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, all right. I just don't hear you all excited, man. Football is back.
It ain't started yet, so.
Okay. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. If this your first time tuning in, salute to you. Please do me a favor. Make sure you hit the sub button. Make sure you hit the like button. Hit the bell while you're at it so you can stay notified when we drop new content. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. If you agree with something, you disagree with something, you want to correct one of us on something, or if you just want to call one of us an Uber, let us know in the comments. Just make sure you keep it a C-Note, and please share this video with someone that likes to talk sports and entertainment just like you, so that we could talk that talk together. Before we start, funniest thing I've seen all weekend. Vito, I don't know if you've seen it. It's reports or rumors that the LA Rams may tank this season, trying to get the number one pick so that they can draft the kid Caleb Williams, the quarterback out of USC. There's a lot of hype about this kid, Caleb Williams. They're throwing around the generational talent thing with him. They're saying he may be the future face of the NFL. And all that is cool to me, but right now it's just hype. If you going to say F them picks, that means you want to win right now. You have a winner's mentality. To me, tanking is a loser's mentality. You can't just flip the script like that. You agree with that, Vito?
50-50.
Oh, 50-50 why?
Oh, and a couple of things. First and foremost, I don't know why it's a rumor of y'all tanking. Even if y'all tried, y'all not going to win. So y'all probably get top 5 pick.
Okay.
And the reason for tanking, in my opinion, now it's fucked up to a degree unless it benefits you. Now, if I'm the team and I need to tank, then I'm cool with it. Because at the end of the day, it might be a loser's mentality in the moment, but you're looking for the future.
Here's my thing. McVay has a chance to be mentioned with the greats when it's all said and done. Youngest ever to be hired as a head coach. Youngest head coach ever to win a Super Bowl. You can't be mentioned with the greats tanking, bro.
Yes, you can.
Can't. No. Yes, you can. Who was tanking? It was the greats.
The Spurs. Boston.
What Boston? When was Boston? Boston wasn't tanking back then. They was pulling schemes and scams to get all them guys, man. When?
Boston tanked.
Not when they was winning.
The year before they got KG and all them, they sat Pierce out. He wasn't hurt.
Yeah, but they didn't have nobody. He didn't have nobody over there.
So they was tanking to get somebody.
Yeah, but who was their coach? Not a great coach.
No, I'm talking about Boston, period.
Yeah, well, all I'm saying is to be a great coach, you can't do no tanking.
All right, let me ask you this. Say y'all don't tank and y'all stay middle of the pack for the rest of McVay's career.
Right.
Or y'all tank and he get that generational talent and y'all win another 1 or 2 rings. He's going to be mentioned with the greats.
Yes, but here's the thing. Great coaches make players better. If you can only win with superstars, I don't think that just puts you great level. You got to somewhere down the line make somebody better.
That's another 50-50 statement too, because I agree with that. Great coaches do make players better, but sometimes great players make coaches look good.
Yeah, that's true, but it should always be 50-50. It shouldn't just be the coach winning on the strength that he has the best players. Mm-hmm. That should never be the case. And then Caleb Williams, again, is not proven. Let me ask you this, though, Vito. Let me ask you this. The Niners start 0-4. Brock Purdy gets hurt again. Would you recommend tanking for Caleb Williams?
No.
You wouldn't?
It's only 4 games.
No, and he's gonna be out for the season.
No, I'm not even talking about Brock Purdy. I'm just talking about that's only 4 losses.
Right. Okay. See, now that's where I'm coming from. Now it's a lot of people saying, and they're banking on it. They're saying that after the first 8 games, the Rams will be 2-6, and most teams believe that they will try to trade Aaron Donald. If you ran the Rams, are you trading Aaron Donald?
Absolutely.
Why would you trade him?
Because he's older, and why not get something for him? Then just not get nothing. Because if he leaves, when is he a free agent?
He just signed back after they won the Super Bowl.
Oh well, I'm still trading him because he still got some value. He's still one of the top defensive players. So why not get a couple picks, maybe even a player for him?
I'm not trading him unless he wants to be traded.
I'm trading.
If he don't want to be traded, you basically rebuilding if you trade him.
But what's the difference between rebuilding with newer, younger, cheaper players opposed to rebuilding with him?
Aaron Donald is only 30. He's only 30.
But if you trade him 9 to 10, you're gonna get picks and maybe even a
yeah,
player.
but
you're gonna get younger.
Picks.
You're gonna get younger and cheaper. So you ain't even got to use a pick. You can retrade, whatever the case may be. I'm not gonna keep him, and we're still not productive, and he's making all that money.
Okay, all right. What's your thoughts on it, people? If the Rams was to start 2-6, would you trade Aaron Donald? Yes, no. Keep it a C note. Let me ask you this, since we talking about Aaron Donald, we got a lot of Nick Bosa stuff that was going on with y'all. Nick Bosa wants to be the highest paid defensive player in the league. He wants to be the highest non-quarterback paid player in the league. That's currently Aaron Donald. Is Nick Bosa worth more than Aaron Donald? Yes, no, keep it a C note.
How many millions a year does Aaron Donald make?
I think like 31.5. And Nick Bosa, I think, won like around 30. Well, he wants over that, 31.
Yeah, I think he went 35.
Yeah, 35. He said like 4 over that. Is he worth 35 million?
Well, I can't say far as worth, but should he be the highest paid? As it stands, yeah. Highest non-quarterback. If I can see if the highest non-quarterback player was a different position at this time and point,
right.
But as of now, it is a defensive lineman. So you see how they do. The next up usually gets more. So why not he get more? He was defensive player of the year last year.
Right. But here's the thing, right? Aaron Donald signed that contract after winning the Super Bowl. Aaron Donald became highest non-quarterback player after winning 3 defensive players of the year and a Super Bowl ring. Mm-hmm. So I understand Bosa, he's had 2 back-to-back great seasons, but he's mentioned as a top edge rusher. Aaron Donald mentioned as a top NFL football player. His levels is different. So I would say no, I would say he would probably be like right under him, 30 a mil, because it's somebody like right under Aaron Donald that's getting like 26, 27.
Who's the highest paid QB? Who just got paid last?
Got paid last, was it Lamar or Justin Herbert?
Ain't win a Super Bowl and 9 out of 10 they're the highest paid QB, which makes them the highest paid player in the league.
Right.
They ain't win no Super Bowls.
Right. That I understand that. They more like young and all potential, but you know how I feel about that. Pause. I don't think none of them jokers is worth that money, me personally. But what you think about it, people? Nick Bosa, is he worth more money than Aaron Donald? Would you give him a higher contract than Aaron Donald right now? Yes, no, keep it a C note. Vito, the season is here. Before we go into the season, let's do power rankings. Who's the top 5 teams coming into the NFL season?
Let me see. Number 5, I'm going to go Buffalo.
Okay.
Matter of fact, let me retract that. Number 5, I'm going to go to Bengals.
Okay. Shout out to that.
Number 4, Cowboys.
Okay. Cowboys 4.
Number 3, I'm going to go to Eagles.
Okay.
Number 2, I'm going to go to Chiefs. And number 1, I'm going to go San Fran.
Okay. Shout out to that. Let me ask you this though. Why is San Fran at number one besides for their good team? Is there any other reason?
I feel like we got the best roster.
You feel like y'all got the best roster? You don't have no worries about Purdy's injury or none of that?
I do worry about the injury because it's still kind of new, and I don't even know like what's the timeline on rehabbing that injury.
Right.
But if he stays healthy, we should be good.
And is there a reason why Dallas in your top five?
Yeah, Dallas defense was top 3, maybe definitely top 5, maybe top 3 last year.
Okay.
And then they got an upgrade with Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah. Okay. My number 5, I'm gonna go Buffalo by default. I don't think after week 1 they'll be in my top 5, but right now I got them at 5. At 4, I'm going San Fran. Shout out to y'all. At 3, I'm going Cincinnati. At 2, I'm going Philly. At 1, I'm going to champs, KC. I think coming into the season, you got to put the champs in the runner-ups 1 and 2. Me
No,
personally,
I don't think so.
But,
Eagles wouldn't have beat us if Brock would have played that whole game, and I think we could have beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, well, the Eagles' defense is the reason why Brock didn't play the whole game. So that's
the Eagles lost some pieces on that defense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but they gained some pieces too, bro.
He ain't gained no piece better than they lost.
We shall see. What's your thoughts on it, people? What's the top 5 NFL teams coming into the season? The NFL season is here, people. How about what's the top 3 divisions in football right now? Because the last couple years, we've played in the toughest division in football, NFC West. But I don't think this year this is the toughest division. So what's the top 3 divisions of football, Vito?
I'm going to go AFC West. That's what Patrick Mahomes and all that, right?
Yeah, that's what, 3?
No, that's 1.
1? Okay.
Number 2, I'm going to go with the AFC North.
Okay.
And number 3, I got to go with NFC East.
NFC East? Okay. I got NFC East as my 3rd team. At 2, I got the AFC East with Miami and all of them.
See, I thought about that, but Miami good. The Jets should be good. Who else they got? Buffalo?
Yeah.
And then who else?
New England.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't feeling that.
And like all 4 of their teams is like top 15 defenses on rankings.
New England remains to be seen.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But right now, I got them at 2. At 1, I got AFC North. I think Cleveland, I think Baltimore is going to be nice this year. I think Pittsburgh should be all right. I think that division should be all the way around the tough division. I got them as the best division.
So you don't got Mahomes division?
Nah, I would have them at number 4.
All in the division. Chiefs, Chargers.
Broncos, the Chargers, and Vegas.
Damn, I forgot about them bumps. So, yeah, I might have to change mine.
Yeah, Vegas. Who you got, people, coming into the NFL season? Who's the top 3 divisions in football? Keep it a C-note. Let us know. Vito, last year, Buffalo, Cincy, Jacksonville, Kansas City, all won their divisions. Do they all win again this year? Keep it a C-note.
Buffalo, Cincy, Jacksonville, and who else?
Kansas City.
Yeah, I think so.
I would agree with you. I'm kind of, even though I put them on my top divisions, I'm kind of still scared of Tua.
Hold on. You said Buffalo, Cincy, Jackson. I think Cincy might have a problem this year with Baltimore, though.
So you
I'm
don't
pick Baltimore over Cincy this year.
Okay, all right. So I think them division winners is going to be the same. If anybody got a chance to slip, and maybe it's Buffalo. But the way I was looking at it, we still don't know about Tua. all the concussions and all that. We don't know if he take a hit this year, if his career going to be over. You already mentioned New England.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Aaron Rodgers, it looked good in training camp and all of that, but he is getting older, so we don't know if he's going to go out there and totally pull a Brett Favre.
If his line can protect them, they should be good.
Yeah, I do agree with that. And Buffalo, to me, they the safe pick, even though I think this year they'll take a step back. I think they've had a couple years to try to get somewhere. It ain't worked. I think it's on to the
I think
next.
if Tua stay healthy the whole year, Buffalo might be in trouble.
Okay. All right, we'll look back at that. How about NFC? In the NFC, Philly, Minnesota, Tampa Bay, and the Niners all won their divisions. Do all those teams win the division again? Yes, no, keep it a C note.
I think we repeat. I think Dallas wins the division this year.
Okay.
Lost with the other winners.
Minnesota.
I think Detroit takes that.
And Tampa Bay.
And I think the Saints take that.
Okay. All right. So, me personally, I think Philly still wins that division. I'm also taking Detroit to replace Minnesota. I think New Orleans wins that division. And I think I got y'all winning the division. Yeah. I got y'all winning the division. But let me ask you this, Vito. If it's one team that could win the division that you would pick, other than the Niners, what team would it be?
Seattle.
Seattle? Why?
Because they looked good last year. Now, I don't know if that translates to this year, but Geno surprised the shit out of me.
Okay. Yeah, that might be a 1 year thing, I think, personally. But give me one playoff team that made the playoffs last year that won't make the playoffs this year.
I could see Seattle still making it.
But
I don't know about the Giants. And the NFC South is just up and down. You never know who's going to come out of there.
All right. Me personally, I think Seattle in the NFC, I don't think they make the playoffs this year. And it's funny that you said we don't got a tank or nothing to do that. We ain't going to win that many games. I think the Rams make the playoffs this year. Guarantee it. And they're saying Cooper Kupp got the hammy issues and all of that. I think they still winning. And this is kind of funny. I'm not saying that it's a movie or not. Cooper Kupp may really be hurt, right? But let's look at it like this. He pulled his hamstring. He was out for a couple weeks. He did the 2 scrimmages against Denver, got out on them, and then all of a sudden, he just woke up one morning a week and a half after the scrimmages with a tweaked hamstring?
You know, that's their way of not having to practice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To me, I think that's a move. And, you know, especially with, like, fantasy football and everything going on right now, a lot of people panicking on Cooper Kupp.
No, one thing, I would talk shit about Coop, but he's still that guy. But one thing I can say, Seattle corners, they're tough.
Yeah, I like the boy Wallen. Wallen was nice.
What's his name? Michael Jackson or Kobe Bryant or whatever. He got a...
Yeah, I think it is.
They got some nice corners.
Yeah, I don't think Seattle makes the playoffs this year. I don't believe in Geno 2 years in a row. How about AFC? AFC, I don't think the Dolphins make the playoffs this year. I got Cleveland making it.
Who all made it over there? So to be clear.
You had the division winners, which was Buffalo, Cincy, Jacksonville, KC. Miami made it. Mm-hmm. The Chargers, the Dolphins, and the last team was Baltimore.
I don't think the Chargers make it this year. I think because they stay hurt.
Yeah.
But you know my sleeper team this year gonna be the Broncos.
You think Denver?
Yeah, because with the addition of Peyton, if Russ come to play, they should be all right.
That's if he come to play.
That's if.
Give me one breakout player this season. They gonna have a monster year.
I'm gonna go with the Jets receiver. What's his name?
Garrett.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Shout out to that. I'm going Garrett Wilson too. Coach of the year. Who wins Coach of the year? I tell you like this. With our roster, you saying we don't have to try to tank because we going to be bottom 5 team. If we make the playoffs, no doubt about it, Sean McVay is the coach.
Mike Tomlin.
You got Mike Tomlin. I would say Sean McVay if the Rams make the playoffs. If not, I'm going with the Eagles coach.
With that being said, I'm going to retract Broncos and I'm going to put in Steelers. Because they got some nice young pieces. If they can put it together, they definitely can make the playoffs.
The Steelers?
The Steelers, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and they got whatchamacallit back. They got Watt back. Defensive Player of the Year. Who wins Defensive Player of the Year? I'm going Aaron.
I got to go with the reigning champ, Nick Bosa.
You think he going 2, Pete?
Yeah.
I'm going Aaron Donald. He said he got something to prove this year.
He don't, but Nick ain't even play every game last year and he still won.
Yeah, so, shout out to that. MVP. Who wins the MVP this year in football? I'm going Burrow. I think Joe Burrow gets the MVP this year. I think they get busy this year.
I'm going Aaron Rodgers.
You going Aaron Rodgers?
I'm going Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. What y'all think about that, people? Y'all want to call him a Uber?
Aaron Rodgers, man.
No cat or call me a Uber. Trevor Lawrence will have a better year than Josh Allen this year. What's your thoughts on it?
You mean stats and wins or all the above?
All of the above. All the above.
I'm going to go no cat because they got a weaker division.
Yes. Not just that, me personally, when a lot of people, because we was just debating Josh Allen when I was with the homies, and a lot of people, the first thing that they give him credit for is that he's paws big. I'm like, well, what else do you got besides that?
Yeah, but he's not just big. He's big. He can throw the ball and he can run the ball. It ain't like he's just big back there for no reason.
No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying this is what a lot of people is like their top attribute. But I think Trevor Lawrence is better than him.
Trevor Lawrence is just as good, but remember me saying he got a much weaker division and he ain't really been all that great. Oh, he was good. He was the man last year, but remember the years prior, he was stinking it up pretty much.
What's your thoughts on it, people? No cat, call me a Uber. I said it. Trevor Lawrence will have a better year in the league than Josh Allen. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. This is the drum roll, Vito, because I already know you biased. San Fran and who is playing in the Super Bowl this year? Who you got? Because I already know no matter what, you're not getting off the San Fran thought.
No, I'm not. I'm going to have to go to Bengals.
Bengals, San Fran.
Yeah.
And if for some reason, some strange reason, maybe y'all wasn't in the script this year, right? Then who would play the Bengals in the Super Bowl this year, Vito? Keep it
I have
a
to go
secret.
Dallas.
You got Dallas. You can see Dak in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Against.
Listen, Dak get a lot of heat, but he isn't as bad as the people give him credit for. He does make good play. He do dumb shit, but a lot of quarterbacks do dumb shit. Andrew Luck was the king of doing dumb shit, and he didn't get half the flack.
Listen, I'm going to say it right now, and I know Dallas fans might want to call me a Uber. But once all them tapes been leaking this offseason, if your teammates don't respect you and you're the quarterback, the lead guy on the team, it's over before it started, bro.
Let me ask you this. Do you think they just started not respecting him?
Yeah, but that's why they've never won nothing.
No, that don't mean shit.
Yes, it does.
You don't have to respect your quarterback for y'all to win.
You ain't, as a team, if you don't respect your quarterback, you're not going to win.
That's bullshit.
You're not going to. Come
Either
on, bro.
you got, or if you're going to win it, you're not.
You're not, because the first time he does something wrong, you're going to resort to calling him all type of bums.
So what? That don't mean if he
like
folds because somebody's calling him a bum, he don't need a professional athlete.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if your teammates is giving you that much hell, then it's already a toxic situation. You ain't got no win.
But that's the defense. He ain't like We ain't hear nobody in the offense going at his neck. He ain't got to worry about the defense.
Shit, we don't. This is just what was leaked
That's
to
what I said.
us.
We didn't hear.
We don't know. Defense.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean? Defense might be like this bum too. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. I don't think Dallas is winning anything. Me personally, I would have this. I say Cincinnati too. I think Burrow is the MVP. I think Cincinnati goes to the Super Bowl this year. And I tried to make an argument for anybody in the NFC. Y'all would have beyond called me Ubers if I tried to put the Rams in the Super Bowl. I'm not even going to try that one. I'm going to say...
At the end of the day, anything possible because I didn't believe y'all would have made it the year y'all won.
Yeah, but, I mean, you know, we're going to come back around the midway point and give another jump. But as of right now, pause. I couldn't find nobody that's going to take the Eagles out. The Eagles, I think, I have to beat themselves or get hurt like we did. They got the full team. And with y'all, what they get over on y'all is the quarterback is better. And their receivers are better.
No, their receivers they're about even.
No, they're not.
Listen, Brown might be better than our receivers, but both of our receivers is better than Smith.
No, they not.
Yes, the fuck they are.
No, they not.
Yes, they
DeVonta Smith is not.
DeVonta Smith is nice. I'm not saying he ain't, but he not better than Brandon Aiyuk or Deebo.
Yo, bro, Deebo is last on the totem pole if we're rating them for a while. Yes, he is, bro.
He gives way more production with way less than all them guys put together. So what are we talking about?
Nah, bro.
He gets way more production.
No,
with way
you
less
said
touches.
he got 1 year. Don't say he gets.
Every year he didn't have a good year. He was hurt. He missed games. The 1 year he had when he went crazy.
Aiyuk ain't better than none of them neither, bro.
Crazy.
I'm just What's your thoughts on it, people? Vito, what did you just say, Vito? Brandon Aiyuk and Deebo both better than DeVonta Smith?
What DeVonta Smith that makes him so good? What he do?
I mean, he runs nice routes.
He does.
He's fast.
Brandon Aiyuk is a better route. He's one of the top runners in the league.
He's speed.
That speed don't mean nothing if you ain't doing nothing with it.
He did do something with it. He got busy last year. What are you talking about?
How busy did he get?
He had over a stat.
So did Brandon.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is from, like, he could have had more than that.
So could my man.
Nah, man. Ain't no so could your man. Your man got them numbers by default, man. Because Deebo's a dud, man. You know that.
So let's put something in perspective. You don't think it helps the Eagles receivers that they got Jalen Hurts back there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't no doubt it helps them.
Yeah.
Ain't no doubt it helps them.
Okay.
But listen, people, keep it a C-note with us. Who goes to the Super Bowl this year? Who you got? Eagles fans, please don't burn me out. Please. Shout out Deion Sanders. See, Deion Sanders got his first debut win. His son went crazy, threw for over 500 yards, school record, 4 touchdowns. Travis Hunter, the kid, got busy. He played offense and defense, 11 catches, $119, and he had a pick on defense. Shout out to Deion. Let me ask you, Vito, do you think they can keep this up, or do you think just like, let's relax, this is just the first game?
No, I think they can keep it up.
You do?
The only issue I see with them is their run defense.
Okay.
Because I watched the game, they was gashing them up the middle. But they D-backs is nice. Quarterback is official. They need a little more help. But their offensive line is a little suspect too, because they wasn't really running it. But if they get the run game together, they should be good.
And they like in the Big 12, I believe. So
and remember TSU was
TCU. Yeah,
TCU. They was a 20-point. They were 20-point favorite over them, and they went to the national championship last year.
Yeah, but that's what I was about to say. They lost a lot of pieces from their championship team. But still, shout out to them. Before we get out of here, Vito, last episode I had on the clock, and I was talking about Bill Belichick not winning since Brady left. And we was talking about tanking earlier, and then I wanted to get back to this when I say you can't be great. Now, a lot of people got Greg Popovich up there on their all-time coaches list, right? Let me first ask you, being as though he active, does his as he keeps coaching, can his ranking drop to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, since 2014, after they won the last chip with Duncan, he hasn't been back to the finals. He had Kawhi Leonard. They may have had a chance to make a run that year. He got hurt. But even Kawhi didn't want to play for Popovich deep down inside. So we're going 9 years. They just tanked to get Wembanyama. Now, how many years do you give Popovich with Wembanyama and them not winning before you say, yeah, this guy definitely has to come down more on the list? Is he on the clock at all? Can he drop out your top 5 if he's in your top 5 or out your top 10?
No.
Why you say no?
Because first and foremost, I think he's going to get like 3 or 4 years with Wembanyama. I don't see all the hype about this guy. He's big. He can do a couple little tricks with the ball that look like a guard can do, but that don't mean he's going to be great.
Right.
That remains to be seen. But in my opinion, he's with the best coach for him. He tanked. They tanked to get Duncan. Nobody ever looked at him no type of way about that.
Well, they didn't really tank. David Robinson was hurt that year.
They tanked.
That year they got David Robinson got hurt.
They tanked, man. David Robinson was the guy, but they still had some all-stars on that team that them guys wasn't playing.
They didn't have no all-stars.
Yes, they did.
They had good role players. Sean Elliott.
Yeah, all-star.
But they not no guys that would have carried the team in the West back then, bro.
Yo, the 3 years before the season, they got Duncan. They was number 1 in the league.
Yeah, but they didn't have Robinson. Robinson won an MVP. He won a scoring title.
This is my point. So them guys had to be doing something because Robinson wasn't doing everything by himself.
Robinson, and they lost Rodman. Rodman was over there grabbing 19, 20 boards a game. You know what I mean? But they didn't have that one guy. And then when you take...
They didn't have Rodman back then.
Yes,
Rodman later.
They had Rodman when David Robinson was winning them MVPs and all that. They had him in the early 90s. After Rodman left Detroit, he went to San Fran. Then he went to Chicago. You know what I mean? But if you look, though, not just offensively, because that's the era of the big men, too, Paul. So when you lose David Robinson for that one season, all them other bigs out there, Shaq was out there and all by then, they was abusing them niggas.
And they sat them dudes down. They knew what they was doing. But my thing is, I don't care if he didn't win since he had Tim Duncan. He won while he had Tim Duncan. You can't take that away from him.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, at what point do you start looking at it like, man, his chips only came on the strength of Tim Duncan? And the reason why I ask you that, right? Because a lot of people would tell you, Doc Rivers' chip came on the strength of KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. So at what point do we start saying this about Popovich, bro?
I can say that about every coach. Jackson chips came because he had Mike. He had Kobe. He had Shaq.
Yeah, but he went other places and won.
Yes, he went other places with the best player in the game.
But
at the
Kobe
time.
and them was already on that team for multiple years and didn't win.
So
and then
they got better.
They got Phil won. Phil left. Kobe made Phil come back. He didn't win again until he got
Kobe
Phil.
was still a kid when he got over there, right? For one.
Right.
Didn't Shaq take Orlando to the championship before? Who was their coach? Nobody?
With Penny.
Yeah, exactly. But who was the coach?
The coach was Brian.
Exactly. It doesn't even matter. That's my point. Steve Kerr. You can say the same about him. Them guys won him a chip.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah,
yeah.
I don't say it like that, man. At some point in time, Popovich keep coaching. You know what I mean? It's not like he hasn't had players. He's had players,
Who
and
he's not since Duncan left.
He had Kawhi. He ran Kawhi out of there. They had DeMar.
Didn't he win the chip with Kawhi?
On Duncan team.
Yeah, but that wasn't Duncan team no more.
Duncan
wasn't even playing minutes like that.
Come on. Call this man
Stop
Uber,
it,
man.
So how long Kawhi played after Duncan left? 2 years. Well, not how long was he on the team? How long did he play? Because remember, he wasn't playing.
Kawhi got hurt that one playoff year.
He got hurt, and then remember, he could have came back, but he didn't want to go win because he didn't want to play for Pop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So how long did he play? He didn't play that much. So who else did he have?
Who?
Pop. Who else did Pop have that was?
He still had Manu and all them.
Come on, man. Manu and him was 40
Come on, man.
years
How
old,
we going?
dog.
He got other people. He had LaMarcus Aldridge when he first left Portland before he was old.
Okay, yeah.
He had DeMar DeRozan. He's had guys.
But they wasn't
over there
together.
Huh?
Them guys wasn't together.
Who wasn't there together?
Was DeRozan and Aldridge and all them there together?
Yeah, I believe they were there together for 1 year.
Yeah, that's some good players.
You know what I mean? To me, I don't know, man. What's your thoughts on it, though, people? Should Popovich be slipping on this list, man? He ain't been to a championship since 2014. Got Victor Wembanyama now. How much time we gonna get this man? Keep it a C-note. Let me know. Before we wrap this episode up, you got anything, Vito?
How you feel about that top 50 list?
Which one?
The hip hop.
Which one?
The latest one.
It's a bunch. It's a one with Jay-Z. It's one with like it's just a New York list that's going out.
Well, that's the most recent one, right?
Yeah, I think the New York list is the
both
most.
of them I have a problem with because first of all, I want to know who's making these lists because Jadakiss don't be nowhere in sight in none of these lists. Like Nas should be way higher on all these lists.
So Jada wasn't on the list you talking about?
He was probably like 30 or 20, some shit like that.
Yeah, see, sometimes I don't know how they do their lists. It seemed like they mix people that had hits with people that had solid careers.
But Kendrick Lamar, in my opinion, he got a couple good songs, and that's it. He don't even got that many albums.
I'm glad you said that, Vito. So let me ask you this, right? Because Drake has dominated this era since like 2010. Right? And we see a lot of rappers, the newer rappers, they're canceling their shows because they can't sell the shows out. But the old school guys, they selling out stadiums and all of this. Drake has dominated for 10 plus years in the game. Does he even have a classic album?
I can't say yes or no to that because Drake has the Nas factor to me. Remember, I said this before. He bores you.
Right, come on with this Nas factor
No,
stuff,
listen,
man.
No. Nas is top 5 dead alive. I'm gonna put that out there.
Right.
But I'm just saying the fact that after a while it starts to sound the same and it bores you. So I don't recall ever listening to a whole Drake album all the way through. But with that being said, his singles and his features go crazy.
Yeah, see, this is why I think that's why I think the game's so watered down now because they're giving you great singles that's going to sell a lot, but the albums is like skip. Like on most Drake albums, I get about 3-4 good songs off the album. If it's like 16, 7 songs, it's only about 3-4 songs.
Nah, he gotta have more than that because he got way too many hits out there. For them to be
man, listen, man. Yeah, just because it's a hit don't mean I like it. That's first and foremost, though. But not even just Drake. You said Kendrick Lamar. Can you think of anybody from this era that has a classic album? From this era? Drake's, J. Cole's, Kendrick Lamar's, anybody.
See, it's hard for me to say this because now we in the era of playlists, and I really listen to playlists. I don't really listen to too many albums. The last whole album I listened to might have been Ross.
Okay.
And I can say I can give him classic status for that album.
I got Ross. I got Ross at least having one classic album or maybe more. But it's funny because I've never ran in, and I know it's a lot of Drake, diehard Drake fans out there, but I don't personally know anyone that's ever said he has a classic album.
See, I would have to go to my research department, holler at my man Kyle, because he music heavy, boy.
Kyle, let us know, Kyle. No bias. Keep it a C-note. Does Drake have any classic albums? Yes, no.
I don't
let
think
us know.
Kendrick has any. I don't know why. Let me say this. Kendrick Lamar, he got some good songs. I don't think he's better than Cole. Okay. And the person who gets the most hype in the hip hop industry, which I do not understand, is Andre 3000.
Yeah, Andre gets a lot of hype.
He
A lot
cool.
of people love
he
Andre.
ain't that good to me. I don't know what
Andre
the fuck.
Andre definitely nice, but he definitely is overrated.
Like, did you hear his verse on the Killer Mike drum? Motherfuckers was going crazy. I'm like, Killer Mike verse to me was better.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Have you ever heard Kendrick Lamar's "To Pimp a Butterfly"?
He kills me, man. I can't get through his
Yo,
shit.
now don't get me wrong. That's a good album from Kendrick Lamar, but you got people to swear by that album to say that album is top 5 greatest ever. And I'm like, nah, it's not that.
Listen, I give you another one. Even though I'm a big fan of Lauryn Hill, the one album she got, you can't. From your opinion, my opinion is not the same as yours when it comes to classic. I feel like you can have a 1 or 2 skips, especially depending on like the Purple Tape. The Purple Tape got like 100 Jones on it, 100 songs.
Yeah,
Lauryn Hill, that joint is not fire all the way through.
Well, yeah, technically going off of skips, yeah, Lauryn Hill John do got skips. So I if we going off that, then yeah. Well, we about to wrap this episode up, people. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Again, if this your first time tuning in, salute to you. Please make sure you hit the sub button. Everybody that's tuned in, hit the like button and the bell so you can stay notified when we drop new content. Don't be afraid to leave a comment if you agree with anything that was said, disagree, want to correct us on anything, or if you want to call us an Uber. Just let us know in the comments and make sure you share this video with someone that likes to talk sports and entertainment just like you so that we can all talk that talk together. As always, I am your boy Brown. To the left of me, we got
Vito.
Please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell everybody. Keep it a C-note. We'll holla at y'all.
This is what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da.